and we've got glitz and glam like you would not believe. So if you're joining us for the very first time, settle in. It's going to be 2 hours of fun and beautiful jewelry and fantastic deals on beautiful jewelry, which not only means really unbeatable prices, but it means really unbeatable savings. Because I'll tell you something, it's all about savings with this girl, okay? I want to make sure that you understand our method because it seems more madness than method, but it's by design that you get some really, really beautiful world-class luxuries at true, honest-to-goodness savings. This is Shop LC, Shop Low Cost. Some of us have been here a long time. We call it the Love Channel. What LC is the Love Channel because hopefully you'll love what you do. You'll love what we do. And if you've not shopped with us yet, if you're just scrolling by on one of the socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, if you're just scrolling by, go to shoplc.com for just a quick second and set up your profile. It's super easy. Just a little bit of information, name, address, phone number, all that stuff. You can save a payment card with us if you want to, and it's safe and secure. Because I like to say you might have found us by accident, but once you do a little bit of homework, you will be back on purpose. And when we talk about this seriously royal collection, I mean, there are going to be some standout deals. You could close your eyes and pick one, and that would be absolutely fabulous. Drop a line in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know if you're an August baby, your birthstone is peridot. But if you've got an event that you're celebrating in general, let us give you a shout out and say, hey, and take a look at some of these fantastic deals. We're going to start you out with aquamarine, and not just any aquamarine. This is one that is legendary for its color. This color was originally discovered in the Santa Maria mine many, many years ago, a very small pocket of this deep, beautiful, highly saturated blue. It's since been closed. Oh, sorry.
So you're going to want to be right there for Facebook.
Okay. Oh,
no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, okay. Right. You don't have to get so close.
I'm learning.
Just right there. That's your
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's a close-up, but we're going to show it to you on the screen behind in just a second. But this is a color that is legendary. It started out as a spot on the map, and it has become a trademark for color standards for this amazing gemstone. It's cut in an octagon, which is 8-sided. A lot of people will refer to it as an emerald cut. That's appropriate as well. But just look at that silhouette. You've got prong setting. You've got a gorgeous slight under gallery. And look at how you've got all 4 of those rows of diamonds nestled in together. This will come with the appraisal report and the grading report. Let me just give you the stats here. 1.5 carats. That's a substantial size, my friends. 1.5 carat in the Santa Maria Aquamarine AAA grade, eye clean, excellent cut. This is adorned with 0.21, 21 points of beautiful EFVS diamonds. And this is all set in beautiful, beautiful, is this set in platinum?
14 karat white.
14 karat white. Still a substantial piece. Worthy of being set in platinum for sure. Very heavy on the metal, lots of beautiful workmanship all the way around. And this one should be, let me see the start price, should be $24.99. Now, the appraisal card on it is $6,500. That should get you moving and grooving towards the phone right now. $6,500. Important to note that this is a third-party appraisal, so this is not something that's done in-house. This is a third party who's taking a look at this for quality and excellence in workmanship. So $6,500. I don't know where you are, but to me, that's instant equity. It really and truly is. Your price during the show, and by the way, during the live streams, use the code LIVE25. And I'm serious, use that code. These are special prices that are good for 48 hours, and it starts right now. So do not wait around on this. Now, just for sizing reference, let me show you something. This is just a standard dime, and I did not remember who was on the dime. It's FDR. But there you go. You can see how gorgeous that is and the size. How's that, Elias? Is that good for size?
No.
Okay, I'm learning this getting in close, guys.
You can back up just a little bit. You don't have to get so close to it.
Okay, how's that? Oh, let's see.
Even a little bit more if you want.
Backing up a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right. All right, there we go. Now, how do you get this home? Well, it's really easy. You're going to go down to the chat and you're going to type in shop 1. When that happens, we will send you a link to this particular item on the main Shop LC website. Click that link. It will get you over to our entire website description of this amazing piece. You'll know the size and the shape of the center stone. You'll know the carat weight. We'll break down how many diamonds and what they weigh. You'll understand the weight of the metal. You'll have all the details that you know that you need to have when you're buying a beautiful, high-quality piece of jewelry. However, we're starting out with one price, and we are going to end up at $1874.99. You do have an opportunity when you use Live 25 to take an additional 25% off on that. And let me tell you something else. You can make this in 5 payments. 5 budget pays, right, Elias?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, I'm going to grab my phone / brain / calculator / all-purpose computing device. And let's just figure up the savings, okay? Because really and truly, I've been here for many, many years as a host, and I'll tell you something. I'm not only a host, I'm also a shopper. I'm also a customer here at Shop LC, and I'll tell you something. I've reached the point in buying things at all price points. I've reached the point of always just falling in love with how much money is available to be saved in every single piece. Remember, the appraisal on this is $6,500. We're at $1874.99. Now let's do some math, some savings math. $1874.99 minus 25% means your savings, your additional savings on this right now today is $465. That brings it down, thank you, that brings it down to $1406. Listen, it's been a minute since I've done a live stream, and it's like, I feel like I'm controlling the world right now. I can't even read all the screens. Thank you for pointing that out at me. I feel like I'm not smart enough to control the world. That's what I feel like. That means your budget to pay is down to $281.25. $281.25. Now, here's the thing. This is going to show up in half sizes, and I believe we will offer you free ring resizing on this one. The gold was in at 4.44 a gram, so it's a substantial amount of gold, and we all know what gold is doing in today's marketplace. So the gold by itself is an amazing value. But when you take an opportunity to start out at $12,000, you've got a conservative appraisal at $6,500, and you see that your payment is 5 payments of $281. That's what we do at Shop LC. We get a good deal. We give a good deal. But that's exactly what it's all about. In fact, if it's not a really great deal, we just say no thank you and keep rolling along. We don't even stop and worry twice about it, because that has become, either accidentally or on purpose, that has become the standard by which we look at every single thing, the lens of value and variety. So if you're shopping with us on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, or maybe you're just watching along on YouTube, send me a quick message and say, hey, Becky Booker, your downtown rockhound, gemologist, presenter here at Shop LC, and definitely a fan of the bargain option. Now, delivery on this is between August 23 and 25. You can ask for expedited shipping as well. You can also add a 2-year protection plan. All of that is available in the checkout process. But something new that's been added, and this is brand new, and I don't get anxious or nervous about many things, but the basket, your checkout basket now has a timer. So you've got 30 minutes to grab the deal right now. The price is good for 48 hours. Giselle, a verified shopper, says, exquisite Santa Maria aquamarine with diamonds. Thank you. Min H here in the U.S., a verified buyer, says, beautiful ring. The blue is just on point with 14 carats. It's even a better purchase. I will enjoy wearing it. Sharon H. Beautiful, just as described. Lovely color, classic setting. Wonderful deal for the price. You can check out those 3 5-star reviews for yourself. Just type in Shop 1. This is our first item in the show. It'll take you over to the Shop LC website. Now, when you type in Shop 1, you're not buying it. You're just sort of saying, tell me more. I'm interested. And that will be the link to this item at the Shop LC website. Free shipping. You can get expedited shipping. You've got an opportunity to buy the extra insurance policy on it for as well, and it's good for 2 years, and you can get it to your doorstep for one payment of $281.25. That's a deal. That's a deal. All right, my friends. First look in the show. It's all about the glitz and the glam here this evening on our live stream, and I'm going to be showing you many pieces with that penny, so you can see exactly what the size range is. All right, it is allergy season in Texas. Hold on. I'm gonna step off camera and have a nose tissue moment. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to do my best not to sneeze. I promise you. I'll do my best not to sneeze.
You got this.
Woo! Benadryl, where are you? Come on, Benadryl. Okay. This one may be something you've never seen before. Okay. The Songia Sapphires have been absolutely legendary because they are a range of colors, but they are all leaning towards the orange end of the spectrum. Sometimes they have a little bit more of a burnt orange. Sometimes they have more of like a burning ember orange, but they are very, very remarkable in the depth of their color. Now, right now, it's $1954.99. Let's talk about value first and foremost, and then I'm going to break down the deals and show you the up-close, nitty-gritty details of how exquisitely gorgeous this color is. And I'm a person who wears orange. I love orange. I think it's a very unusual color. You don't see many people wearing it, but when you wear the tiniest little bit of it, especially if this is something that's not your normal color palette, it gets noticed. Get ready for the compliments. Get ready for the looks because people are going to notice this beautiful fiery jewel. It's just absolutely stunning. Now, your budget pay after we do the 25% savings goes all the way down to $293.25. Oh, and you're not locked in. You've got a full 30 days. A full 30 days. So if you put it in your cart, you've got 30 minutes to make that decision, and then it gets cleared out of the cart. You can always come back. The price is good for 48 hours, but when you're in a situation like this where a show is especially curated with last in stock items, you don't want to think too long before you say yes because you know you've got that big 30-day window behind you. If you have any questions about the process or you want to explore PayPal credit, get on the phone. You have a hotline to our personal shoppers for the live stream show. It's 888-835-2237. And I'm so glad that that's written there. The regular television show has an entirely different personal shopper team. Yeah, here's the number. Let me step aside. Look at that. 888-835-2237. You have 2 layers of diamonds. Actually, you have 42 diamonds altogether, a total of 41 points. That's very close to half a carat. And they're going to be GH in color. And it says I2 clarity, but when I look at these with my loupe, first of all, I see lots of brilliance and clarity on these. And as a diamond grader, I'm going to think that that grade is a little bit harsh. I don't really see any eye visible inclusions. All I see is exactly what I want my diamonds to do. I want them to show up. I want razzle. I want dazzle. I want sparkle. I want gorgeous accents. And of course, when you have a halo, 1 or 2 halos, the main focus, the main idea is to bring your eyeball right into the diva, the star of the show, right there in the center. The Songia Sapphire is a carat 9, and it is beautiful. You've got a 9 on the most hardness scale, and it's set in double prongs on each one of those corners. All right, $19.54. This is clearance. Even though it's a clearance price, we're going to take an extra 25% off. That brings your total down to 5 payments of $293. Half sizes are available, and gosh, you know what? The budget pay has gone from $391 to $293. So you're saving about $100 on every one of those budget pays. It's a beautiful stone. Set in 14 karat yellow gold. And let me just give you a really quick comparison because we're going to be moving on. There's my dime. I'm going to bring that in and let it get a little close. And there you can see that it's a really nice size. Really nice size. It doesn't have to be big to make an impact. Of course, big and bold is always a good thing as well. But there are some times, my friends, when just a little bit of a very intense color really gets noticed. This is going to be about 1/2 inch from the back to the point. And that means that you also have millimeter size, about 12 millimeters. Now, let me show you something really cool about this as well before we move on. There's a great little bit of texturing on the side. It's almost like a basket weave or a crosshatch design. So we'll show you that here. There it is. This is going to be shop 2. When you type that in the chat below, we'll send you a link to this item on the website, and you'll see a full complement of photos from so many different angles, and you'll also see a full and complete description of the stones. The treatment processes are all revealed, how many stones, what the total carat weight is, the weight of the metal. You really get a really great full review. All right, number 2, this is shop 2, and My goodness, it's been a minute since we've had a sunshine sapphire, by the way. Very unusual. Orange sapphires are usually not this intense in color. They tend to be a little bit washed out, but when you add that little bit of a heat treatment to it, oh my gosh, they really sizzle. They really do. All right, my friends, if you're watching us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, send me a hello in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. We've got, who's out there? Who's out there? Do we have anybody out there that's sending a little message, a little massage?
Painting with Diamonds, and we got Missy Gale.
Missy Gale, and who else?
Painting with Diamonds.
Painting with Diamonds. I like
Great
that.
name.
I like that. Yeah, I wish I thought of that. I like that. If you're painting with diamonds, have you checked out the lab-grown diamonds? I'd love to hear what you think about those. I think they're fabulous. And that's just me. That's me and my own 2 cents. So that and $10 will buy you a cup of coffee, right? Okay. We have a knack for finding some of the most interesting and obscure and beautiful pieces out there. Things that are not going to be part of the normal lineup in any jewelry store out there because, most places these days are just big chain stores. If you walk into, pick your mall, okay, and there are 2 or 3 jewelry stores in that mall, and then maybe there's one as an outbuilding in the parking lot somewhere, you don't realize it as just a consumer, but the jewelry industry has really changed. There are a few big companies that control most of the smaller independent chains now. They've all been bought out. So when you walk into a store that has a certain product line and they've got a certain, price point, that store belongs to the same corporation as the store at the other end of the mall that sells the fancy stuff, the high-end stuff. And you don't always get the same treatment at both of those stores. So this consumer, this budget, this spending level, it's like you get compartmentalized. One of the best things that you're going to love about Shop LC is that we don't care what you're spending. We want you to have a top quality experience regardless. So whether your budget is today, you watch the live shows, everything is $10, or maybe you are looking for something a little glitz and a little glam. You get all of our devotion and attention, and that's where this one comes in. When you talk about Elysian opal, this is something that is legendary. Now, this opal comes from Australia, and this is a form of opal that is incredibly difficult to manage. It's boulder opal. It grows in little tiny, little thin seams that grow in an ironstone boulder. So that matrix encapsulates this material, but it also makes it very difficult for us to get the material because it's a super skinny little thin layer. So imagine trying to take the frosting off the cake. It's kind of like that. Imagine trying to take the frosting from between the layers of the cake. Impossible. It's really impossible. And you start digging around, the cake falls apart, the icing falls apart. It's just a mess. The whole thing gets destroyed. That's where technology comes in today's world and makes this so amazingly durable and so amazingly affordable. You get the slice of boulder opal, but you get a protective backing and you get a protective covering. This technology is called a triplet, and it's not new. It's been around for hundreds of years. But what you get is a protective cap. So when you look at this material, it's got this wonderful dome on it. You can see that there's a little bit of a lift, and that is a protective cover. But it protects all of that play of color. And that's what makes this a precious opal, play of color. One of the ways that we look at opal is we consider, does it have continuous play of color? Are there any blank spots or what's called extinction? Is there any spot where the colors don't dance around? These are just 100% coverage. They're beautiful. Now, regular price on this is $21,99.99. The start price on the retail, by the way, is about $12,000. We're down to a Shop LC price of $21.99, and this is set in 950 platinum. It's a very regal ring. You take the extra 25% off for live stream savings, and you're down to 5 budget pays of $329. I'm going to round up a penny, $330. $330, we send it home to you. This one is also available for sizing, and if you do need to get this sized, you want to let our jewelers do it because you want somebody who knows and understands how precious this opal is and how it has to be handled to preserve the lifespan of the opal. Really cool thing about the triplet process is now you don't have to worry about this. This becomes an everyday wearable piece, so you don't have to baby this. Of course, don't get out and rough and tumble with it. but it's something that you can feel completely comfortable wearing on a daily basis. Enclosed top, enclosed bottom. The opal, the precious opal, the boulder opal is completely tucked away between those two protective layers, and you get it home for a budget pay of like $330. Amazing. Amazing. This one is shop 3. You're going to type that in below. We'll send you a link for this. It needs to be a little bit bigger up for me on the size, but that's okay. I managed. Now, there's a cool thing that we started doing. Remember, I told you about all those stores that have a different price point and they're a different product line, essentially. We do the same thing at Shop LC, but we do it under one roof. We do it under one roof to make sure that everybody gets a consistency of experience, top-notch experience. On the back of this, you're going to see that it has all the play of color, so 100% expression of color. But when you look at the interior of this, look at how the colors are. You've got reds in there. You've got purples and blues and greens and oranges, full spectral rainbow. Now this is going to say Rhapsody on the inside of the band. That, when you see Rhapsody, here's what you know. You automatically know it's $950 platinum. Top quality, expensive workmanship in platinum. And you also know that some of the pieces in the new Rhapsody line will have an R that's cast into the undergallery. The undergallery has a slight concave shape to it, and that means it's going to sit on your finger, and it is stunning. Opals are sometimes measured in carats, but you really do measure an opal by the size of it. And this is going to be about an inch end to end. These are all going to be individual, unique pieces. No two pieces will be alike, but they're going to be roughly an inch by a half inch. And just for the sake of comparison, I'll put the dime there so you can see. Very wearable, very balanced, very beautiful. So Rhapsody in the band means that you get our version of top quality luxury that you would get from a store that maybe wraps everything in a blue box and blue tissue paper, or a red box and gold tissue paper, or a black box and gold tissue paper. All of those luxury brands, the only difference is our design team built it. Our gem hunters found it. Our casting team, our stone setting team, our polishing team, they all worked on this to give you a top quality luxury experience. Everything, luxury experience, but a common sense price. $330, 5 payments. Type in that code, save that 25%. This is where the savings really add up, I think. When you're talking about a luxury item like this, I mean, what would you rather spend? $12,000 or 5 payments of $329? I don't know. What would you rather spend, John? $12,000 or 5 payments of $330?
I would do 5 payments, $330 any day.
See what I'm talking about? It's simple math. I mean, you look at this and you think, gosh, I know you may be a little confounded. That happens. How can they do that? Direct sourcing, my friends. In-house, creating these designs one by one. Okay, we're going to move on. That's going to be shop 3. If you're just joining us, thank you so much. My name is Becky Booker, known around here as the Downtown Rock Hound. And if you've got any questions, type them in the chat below, and we'll make sure we try to get them answered for you. Oh, boy. Here we go. This one is one that's been referred to as Emerald by Day, Ruby by Night. The center stone on this one is remarkably big. This is a luxuriant lab-grown diamond piece. Now, the diamonds are grown in the lab, but the Narsopotnam alexandrite is an earth-mined treasure of all of the possibilities, of all the crazy things that gemstones could do. The ability to look different in different lighting is the rarest, the most sought after, the most coveted, and it's the most expensive. It just so happens that alexandrite is the king of the color change stones. AAA grade, your diamonds are EFVS. You've got a total of 1.05 carats altogether. That's half a carat in the alexandrite. And the alexandrite in today's world does not show up in big pieces. We try to bring you pieces that are very representative of what you would normally find in any luxury environment. Half a carat of alexandrite, and then you're going to have another 55 points between the luxuriant lab-grown diamonds. And did you notice that there's an alexandrite halo? And you know what that does? That's a very important design feature. When you have the same color on the center stone as you do the halo, what happens is you're giving your eyeball a little bit of a, what's going on there? because your eye at first glance is going to see just the center stone and that big area of color. So even though the center stone weighs in at half a carat, this one looks like an alexandrite that's much bigger, therefore much more rare, and without a doubt a lot more expensive than 3 payments of $374. The start price on this one is, let me see, $11,000. Our everyday price is $24.99, but your show special, when we take off that 25% and we leave it in your pocket and we ship this treasure to your door, it means that you have 3 payments of $375. That's a huge deal. Half sizes are available. This is set as it should be in 10 karat yellow gold, which means, again, everyday wearable. This is a gem material called chrysoberyl. When these were first discovered, they were actually named after some of the Russian rulers at the time in the late 1800s. And it was named after Tsar Alexander. And it was given to him, the legend goes, when he became of age. And I think it was 21. So on his 21st birthday. And named after him. Now, the original pieces were emerald by day, ruby by night, depending on how you view them. Warm light or cool light, different light spectrum. These will also fluoresce under UV light because they have a lot of chromium. But in today's world, the original mine sites there in the Ural Mountains have long since been mined out. These come from a particular region in India, and you still get color change, but they have a different form of color change. So these will look a little bit sort of a teal green, and then they'll show up with almost kind of a silvery purple. Still a color change, but the color change options in today's world for alexandrite have much more variety and interesting color play than just that one color spectrum. But they're beautiful. They're sturdy, they're strong, and they're affordable. $374.99. $375. I'm going to round up a penny. $375. And ring sizing, I believe, is available, but 50 points on an alexandrite. This is a gem family called chrysoberyl. It's not an emerald. Beryl is the emerald family, but they do share, just like beryl and emeralds, the capacity to show inclusions. So they do tend to show off their true nature. You get to see exactly what they're all about. I love it. They're very desirable stones. They're very expensive stones, and you don't find them today in many places because they are simply not available. You've got a 30-day happiness guarantee. So shop it. Shop 4 is this one, set in 10 karat gold, and you'll see luxuriant in the band, which will tell you that the diamonds are man-made, lab-grown. And if you have any questions about the sizing or the shipping, or you want expedited shipping, that is your live stream personal shopper hotline, 888-835-2237. So thank you guys for joining me today here on the live stream. Live streams have come a long way. We started out doing 1 every once in a while, then we did 2 every once in a while, then we do 3 a week. We got up to 3 a week. I thought, ooh, this is big. 3 a week. Mercy sakes, 3 a week. What are we going to do? And now we do, I think, 5 a day every day. Is that right? 5 a day every day?
Not quite yet. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Okay.
We do 3 a day every day, and then on some days 4 shows.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
3 a day every day. But today we did 4, right? On Friday?
We've done 3 a day. So
3
we're
today.
doing
Okay.
12, 2, and 6 today.
12, 2, and then 6. Okay. A wonderful thing about the live streams, which is a little bit different than the television shows, is you can actually go back to the live stream library and view the pieces. So if you like a favorite host, or you want to go back and review a certain item, or maybe you're shopping for a certain item and you want to send that video, you say, oh, look at, I want you to look at, 27 minutes in and look at that ring. And yeah, that would be a good one. And then you're just surprised when it finally shows up. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're not surprised. But yeah, really, really fun way to shop with us. Very low key and just really relaxed and fun. I love it. Okay, we are going to be moving and grooving, my friends. So stand by for, we should have done a rock count challenge on this one. All right. Who is out there? Let me know if you have any questions. Remember, free standard shipping on any orders over $50 or more. And most of these are going to qualify for that. But expedited shipping is a little bit more, and it's always available if you've got a certain, got to have it here by this date. Got to be there by this. Got to have it. Got to have it. Talk to personal shoppers. 888-835-2237. Okay. Are you ready for a whole lot of the wow factor? Are you ready? I don't know. You ready, Elias? You ready, John? I don't know.
Let's do it.
This is something, I will be the first one to tell you that, you don't have to color inside the lines when it comes to owning beautiful jewelry or jewelry in general, that you have a lot of choices, that we want you to consider us your family jeweler for you and your family, but for your generations to come. That would be our distinct privilege. But when it comes to this one, John and Elias are kind of the new kids on the block. You all don't remember when we just got started so many years ago. And this is really kind of the gemstone that put Shop LC on the map. In those days, we were called TJC, the jewelry channel here in the U.S., and we were making some steady headway into bringing really fantastic prices on a really exotic line of gemstones that were really hard to get in the marketplace. Well, since then, we've gone through lots of different transitions and changes, and we've grown into a jewelry powerhouse, not because of our doing, but because you all have grown us to the point where we are in 85 million homes here in the U.S. During that time, with regard to tanzanite, there's been one very significant change, and that is several years ago, the government of Tanzania nationalized that mine. They put an entire wall around the 3 or 4 acres that it covers there in the Merelani mining district in Arusha, Tanzania. And they said, nope, one gate in, one gate out, and we're going to control this. And that's how it's been. Now, since that time, these are stones that have been really hard to come by. They used to have open auction events, different suppliers and vendors would come in from all over the world for big buying events. That no longer happens. When those were taking place, Shop LC was the #1 buyer. We got first dibs. We got first right of refusal on the entire allotment. And we cherry-picked some treasures. Well, those days are gone. Those days are long gone. And I don't know. I'm not privy to the inner circle, but I can tell you that the talk on the street is perhaps, maybe, sort of, kinda, that mine is for all intents and purposes pretty much done. So to get a stone like this in this level of premier color, and you're seeing exactly what makes tanzanite such an eye-catching and desirable and expensive stone. You're seeing dynamic pleochroism. This stone shows violets. It shows purples. It's got secondary flashes of pink fire and little tones of cranberry. They're really, really spectacular. The center stone, a carat 65. That's a respectable and important carat weight. The lab-grown diamonds, you have 2 that are going to be the D shapes on the side, and I'm going to show you the detail back here in just a second. That big shape, that big kind of half moon shape, that is not your eyeball playing a trick on you. That is a very, very fancy cut. You have to special order that cut and then wait around for the darn things to actually be cut. It's a very, very pricey situation. All right. First of all, $1279.99. Who loves a sale? All right. It's on sale already for $1279.99. We threw it in the mix today. So for the last few of these in stock, we could give you an extra 25% savings. That means for 2.15 carats of gorgeous diamonds and a legendary gemstone, you got a budget pay of $191. I'm going to round that, $192. $192 and a 30-day money-back guarantee. This should estimated delivery date on this is around August the 25th. Shipping is free. You can, for a little bit extra, if you need it, pay for the expedited shipping. But my goodness, what a treasure. Left hand, right hand. Ladies, don't wait around on this. The D-shaped diamonds are really exotic, and you can see all of those beautiful, brilliant facets. You already know. I mean, it looks this good on a flat image, on a tiny screen. Can you imagine when you put this on your hand, the fireworks that you're going to get? Yeah, you won't leave home without it. You'll wear this all the time because it's that gorgeous, it's that important. Now, the mounting is done. Let me see. The mounting is done in platinum. Is it platinum?
$9.50.
And see, you know what you should get for $9.50 platinum? And that price point, that's what you should get. A platinum band. I'm not kidding you. Platinum is, all the metals are just outrageously expensive right now. All metal, all precious metal is more expensive than it's really ever been. $192? Are you kidding me? Yes, please and thank you. If you just bought this if you just bought this for future purposes, if you just wanted to hold on to this because you know that the mine is for all intents and purposes closed, you know that the top quality merchandise is really a scramble to get now, if you just simply bought this and left it in your safety deposit box and you said, you know what, I'm going to rethink that in 10 years. Good for you. You got to make that call though. This is going to be shop 5. Type that in the comments below. We'll send you a link to this. And you'll be able to see firsthand how beautifully this is set. Now, platinum is sturdy. It can be a little bit difficult. Notice the smooth prongs. Notice the bright polish. And there's a substantial amount of that precious and expensive metal in this piece. Can you go to the next slide for me, Elias? When you type in shop 5, you're not saying I want it right now. You're saying show me the details. That link that we send back to your box, your mailbox, will take you to the Shop LC website, and you can see this picture and the entire gallery of photos that's along with every single piece. Those D-shaped diamonds. There's not one piece in here that I would tell you you should be able to buy for $1,200. The D-shaped diamonds, specialty cuts in that color and clarity, the tanzanite in that size, that color and that clarity. Oh man, this is what we do. This is what we love doing, and it's just an absolute impossibility. Yeah, I'm constantly just amazed by the values that we're throwing out into the world today, considering that I couldn't have built that ring for you in my retail jewelry days back in Chicago 30 years ago. I just couldn't have. I couldn't have done any of that. But it's $12.79. If you wait, it's an extra 25% off of that, which means your budget pay on this is $192, and you're going to get it home in your size. Yeah, that's amazing. All right, Instagram. All right, TikTok, Facebook. We're so happy to have you out there. You can follow along on YouTube now. If you don't have an account all set up with us, it's really easy. I hate even calling it an account because you might not be ready to pick up anything today. You might be looking for something in a totally different price range today. Guess what? We got you. Get over to the Shop LC website and check it out. You need gifts for a big event. You're planning the big day, and now you've got the yes that you needed, gentlemen, and now you're turning it over to her to start planning the event and the parties and the thank you gifts. We're here for you. Don't wait around. Don't wait around. Okay, coming up next, and if there's something you'd like to see, let me know. We've got a lot of treasures in this show today. Okay, I remember when we did this. We did this a few months ago on the Night Owl show, and I thought it was such a distinctive coloring process. I still can't believe the price on that tanzanite, y'all. That takes it down to $200, $192. That's wild.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, that's wild.
I was sitting here thinking the same thing. I'm like, you can't get that anymore.
You know, we are so standardized across every single industry in today's world. Anytime you color outside the lines, it costs you a lot of money. Those D-shaped diamonds, just the D-shaped diamonds alone are just amazing. All right, speaking of, I just love, honestly, if I had to pick one word on this, it's just a pretty ring. It's so pretty. Now, this has got a really interesting combination of stones. You have pink morganite. You have beautiful Santa Maria blue aquamarine, and these two are in the same family. They're both sisters of emerald, so you know right away this is amazing. Carol. I love that. Carol says, I've purchased from them for 16 years, and I love everything I've bought. Carol, thank you. It's our pleasure to be your personal jeweler. Thank you so much. And I hope you're part of the Shop LC VIP page and showing off some of your treasures there. That'd be great. Okay. Thanks again, Carol. This one, very pretty. I love that this is circles. I love that it's round. It's got that sense of unity and unanimity and just complete. That's the symbolism of the circle. But look at that. It's going to be just a little bit bigger than a dime. Not much. So very balanced and easy to wear on the hand. But what you get in morganite is very often not so pinkish. Morganite, another gemstone that came to us thanks to J.P. Morgan and Frederick H. Coons, who was the chief gemologist for Tiffany in the early 1900s. They were quite a duo. They're responsible for bringing us tanzanite. They're responsible for bringing us morganite. I mean, they were really, really amazing. But this is gorgeous. Never intended, I would bet you, by old JP or Mr. Coons to be something that shows up at an affordability price like this. Now it's on clearance, $3,059.99 was $35.99. So it's automatically a $500 savings. And this is not this is not a color combination. This is not a style or design that you see anywhere else. This is our design team laying down some major inspiration. This is in 14 karat rose gold as well, so you get this beautiful romantic combination of colors and stones. Okay, we figure in the 20% savings, which is what we love to do on every item in every live stream. That means your budget pay goes to $459. Now, the overall price has gone from, let's just think about this. Suggested retail at one of those big, fancy, schmancy, luxury places. And I feel like I don't even have the clothes to walk into those places, really. But you look at what this experience is, it's magical. Suggested retail on this is about $13,000. And rightfully so. I mean, you have 20 Santa Maria aquamarine. Oh my gosh, you've got a carat and a quarter just in the aquamarine. 20 of those beautiful diamonds, 20 of those, the diamonds, 22 diamonds for a total of 29 points. And what's the size on the pink morganite? 3.66 carats. Morganite is usually a little bit more of a peachy color. It's a peachy, it's a pinky blonde color. But these, every once in a while, they show up with a little less peach and a little more pink, kind of a blush pink, almost kind of a ballerina pink. And man, when you get one of those, it is a game changer. Thankfully, aquamarine and morganite, these are stones that have really great transparency. That's the nature of these beautiful jewels. But this price point, starting at $12.99, starting at $13,000, our everyday price is $3,600. You're down to $3,059. Then you throw in the extra mind-blowing savings of 25%. That brings the total price down to $22.95. Then you slice and you dice and you figure out the budget pay on this, and it's $459. Now, budget pay is not layaway. And budget pay is not, hey, sign up for a Shop LC credit card. First of all, there is no such thing as a Shop LC credit card. So there's nothing out there like that. You make your first payment on any of these pieces. If it says budget pay, here's how it goes. You make your first payment, we ship out your beautiful treasure, and then we just hold on to the balance for an additional 4 months until it's all settled and done. That's how budget pay works. Pretty simple. No forms to fill out, no searching, nothing like that. Try it for yourself. This is Shop 6. I have to get you in the right lens. I got 3 of them there. This is Shop 6. And it's certified and appraised, but I apologize. I don't have the appraisal with me. I don't think. But can we show it on the web? Use the code LIVE25 and you might be able to see it online. I love it. I love it. Carol, I just love your email. Thank you so much. My name is Becky Booker. You can find me on Facebook. I've got a profile as a Shop LC host. But if you have a question about a gemstone, the easiest place to find me is just my personal Shop LC, my personal Facebook page. And I'm not there, so don't be a stranger. Come on over to my house and let's talk rocks. I love it. Okay, first of all, I am constantly amazed at the prices that we get, really and truly. And I mostly work in the overnight hours, so it's really fun on the days that I'm actually here during the day. And you're walking in the aisles, in the hallways past other coworkers. And first of all, we all check out everybody else's jewelry. And I'll walk by, and especially with Dion, I'll walk by and she'll be wearing something gorgeous, and I'll say, "Is that from here?" And she'll say, "Oh yeah. Budget pay." When was that on? When did that air? Oh, I don't know. It's a while back. Blah, 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 blah. Can't keep up. So many beautiful treasures. Detail. This is important. We say no thank you and walk. Take a pass. Don't even consider about 80% of the items that get pitched. Okay? About 80%. And that's significant because we're not like every retailer out there who's just willing to, just get it. The people will just have to pay whatever for it. No, not like that. We don't do that. If it's not an absolutely outstanding deal, we're just not going to waste your time. That's how we feel about it. Now, I'm having a moment right now, Elias. Mm-hmm. I'm having a momentito.
Because
Because,
I'm all about the color on this.
what's that?
I'm all about the color on this auction next.
Talk to me, Elias. Shop 7, get this one while you can. This one is an 18 karat rose gold vermeil. So you've got a base of sterling silver, and then you've got microns upon microns of rose gold layered on top of it. You have round moissanites, and you have an emerald cut pink spinel that is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it is stunning. It's cut in an emerald cut as well. Spinel is really important because normally you see spinel, or you think of spinel in a colorless. You might think of it as colorless gemstone, but spinels have a very high refractive index. That means when you get a beautiful blush color like this, it has a refractive index that's very close to diamonds. And when you get a blush of a color like this and a high refractive index like this, and you see it on somebody's hand, you may be tempted to automatically think that's a pink diamond. Do you realize, with as rare as Argyle mines are, as rare as pink diamonds are, you have a gemstone that is more rare than pink diamonds, and it's a lot less known. Now, do you know what that means for you? Savings. It means lots of savings. Lots of savings. There are just not many of these found. Spinel is a very obscure gemstone. It's difficult to find. The mining process is really complicated. And mining gets more and more expensive. And this location requires lots and lots of infrastructure. This is not just something, you don't just roll up and dig in the dirt and find a few stones. If you've ever been to, Crater of Diamonds National Park in Arkansas, you get your bucket, your pick, and your shovel, and you go out and you play in the dirt for a couple of days, and somebody finds something there every single day. There's no doubt about it. I've been there, and it's really fun to use my little sieve, my little shaker, and shake out the crystals and try to figure out what they are. And most of them aren't diamonds, by the way. But that's not a true picture of how gemstones are mined. It's hard, laborious work. These are mined in most cases using hand tools. It is not an easy process. And because this is an expensive stone to mine, and because there's not much of it, that means people that have, a lot of stores, got a lot of stores to stock, this is too complex of an idea for them. They don't have this in their inventory because it's too complicated. It takes too much time, ties up too much money, not a regular supply. Best to leave it, right? Well, I can tell you, collectors and connoisseurs and rock hounds, this is your moment. Everyday price on this, $3,000. We're going to take $2,000 off of that. It's down to $9.99. Then we're going to slice and dice and give you a 25% extra savings. Yeah, 25%. Thankfully, I'm not very tall, so I can do this. Still got good knees, y'all. That means that your budget pays $149. Yes. And I'll tell you something, this is not for everybody. Pink sapphires, okay? You got the Mahenge spinel, then you've got pink sapphires, then you've got is it zircon, white zircons, or
Moissanite. So
moissanite, that's right. Moissanite. I'm just blown away. Now, I've actually been to this location, Elias. It's in Tanzania. If you go back on my Facebook page, 10 years on my personal Facebook page, you'll see I was at this location. We used to do entire shows of this material. Those days are past. We're in a different chapter. We're in an alternate reality when it comes to bringing these to you. And that's not a conspiracy theory, honey. That is fact. Now, the alternate reality part of it is the 25% off of 1,000, which saves you huge, which gets this home. This level of rarity is best described as a collector's collectible. Okay? Collector's collectible. This one is Shop 7. I'm going to bring it in, my official sizing dime. Size on a dime. Look at that. So I'm going to bring that in. Still getting the hang of the camera here, so thank you for your patience. But that's just a beautiful ring. It's much rarer, much more rare than pink diamonds. Way more rare. Don't even get me started when you're talking about pink sapphire. Brilliant. And the high refractive index. This is going to be the closest to a pink diamond that you get without being a pink diamond. I'm serious. These are gorgeous. All right, grab that savings, my friends. Do you know how many of these we have, Elias?
We are looking at a quantity of 13 of it.
Ooh, lucky
So
13. Baker's dozen. Mm-hmm. Baker's dozen. I love it. The whole combination, the pink spinel, the pink sapphire, the moissanite. Kelly says 2 words on a 5-star review. Absolutely gorgeous. Kelly, you've got some jewelry taste buds. Yes, you do. You really, really do. And by the way, DeJoy means it's set in 925 sterling with rose gold on top of that, and it's just a really beautiful piece. Did you notice? You almost don't even notice the extra pink sapphire on the shoulders, right? You almost don't even notice anything except that pink spinel. That's one of those things. Pink spinel is one of those ones that when you get going in your gemstone journey, this is a very impactful color. Now, you can add the 2-year protection plan for $65. If that's something that interests you, you're going to see that as an option now in every time you check out. You're going to type in Shop 7. We'll send you back a link. That will get you back to shoplc.com. Full photographic library of this piece in many different angles, from the top, from the bottom, on a hand. You get to see it in detail at shoplc.com. We've got size, it looks like 7, 8, 9. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, 7, 8, 9. I love that. All right, we are going to be moving on. Just for reference, that one is Shop 7. So thank you all for joining us here. My name is Becky Booker. We've got Elias pushing all the buttons, driving the big bus of technology behind the scenes. And it's a big deal. Oh, goodness gracious. Budget pay means it's really simple and easy. You know, this is one of those moments where I know I'm talking to you and I'm showing these pieces for you. But in my mind, Elias, do you know what's going on?
I'm curious now.
Watch out now. Watch out. He says, I'm curious. In my mind, I'm just shopping. I mean, seriously? Seriously? $3,800? If you take the gemology classes at GIA, I took them way back in the day, 1980, 88, 89. Old school, took my gemology classes. When you're learning about colored gemstones, they're basically separated into 2 groups. They call it the A chart and they call it the B chart, okay? And they're divided into different categories just based on availability, you know. There are incredibly beautiful gemstones that are on the B chart. I know that that's not a very good definition because you think A is the top and B is less. It's not that way at all. Actually, if you talk about it in gemological terms, it's really the reverse. A is kind of the stuff you know about, and the B's are kind of the hidden treasures. They're the things that you want to learn about, that you want to get, because they're not very well known, and usually it's because they're difficult to mine, or it's a very remote source, or there's not a big yield. Whatever the reason is, because they're on the B chart, that little bit of obscurity of getting sort of hidden in plain sight, that's where you save some money. Now let's take a look at this one. Take a look at how gorgeous the setting is. Beautiful stones all the way around. You've got some rounds, you've got some pairs, you've got some ovals. You don't really notice that at first glance, and then when you take a deep dive into all the details of this very pretty piece, you say to yourself, that's very interesting. Surrounded, each one of those halos, and Elias, I mean, come on, each one of these is a ring. 2 of those is a pair of earrings. We could have chopped this up, sliced it and diced it and put it into several pairs of earrings, for goodness sakes, and double down or triple down or quadruple down on making money on this.
I'm actually in awe on the amount of moissanite this has.
Say it loud. How many?
102.
I know.
Wow.
I have socks in the drawer right now in the dryer, and I can guarantee you that most of the socks in the drawer, I don't know where their mate is. It's not going to be in the dryer. I don't know where it is. Did the dog eat it? Is it in my couch? I don't know where it is. I have no idea. And there are 102 moissanites in here. And it's not just that there are 102 moissanites. There are 102 moissanites all set at the same level. There's not one tall and one short. They're not all wonky like that. These are beautiful. The symmetry on this Look at that. Look how smooth that is. Somebody who knows a whole lot about how to build a fine quality piece of jewelry sat down with the patience of all the saints, okay, and put this piece together. This work is done under magnification, okay? Let's just be real clear. Those moisanites are going to be probably 1.5 millimeters. 1.5 millimeters. Now think about this. There are 102 moisanites. You're using stones that are 1.5 millimeters each. I think, is that right? Moissanite size.
Yes.
Oh no, 1.1.
Mm-hmm.
You got to care almost. You got 91 points of moissanite. So you understand measuring, right? Okay, so if you're going to measure to get a new door, you measure your door, and you're a 1/2 inch off. It doesn't fit, right? It doesn't fit. It's the wrong size. You buy pants or the wrong size. They don't fit. They don't fit. What do? This is 1.1 millimeters. Okay, if you have 1.5 millimeters, they don't fit. Somebody had to measure each one. Somebody had to set each one. Somebody had to finish each prong. Somebody had to put a polish on this that is so razzle dazzle. And look at the closure. This is a closure because it's got the toggle closure with the little T-bar. That's going to fit just about every wrist. So if you're 6.5 all the way up to about 8 inches, you got to get this home. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's really a pretty piece. All right, let's talk turkey. Let's talk savings. $3,800. You've got a very rare gemstone, and I stand by. It's a collector's collectible. Our price on this is $749. It's set in a vermeil mounting. Now, $749 goes down to $562. Are you a fan of the Argyle pink diamonds? Do you have one of those bracelets? You need this to stack with it. Yes, you do. It goes down to $562. I'm looking at the board. That means your budget pay is $112.50. If you can figure out $4 a day or something like that. If you can figure out $4 a day, and that's overspending. If you can figure out $4 a day for 5 months, you have legacy jewelry. Your great granddaughter is going to be wearing this, and it's going to be just as brilliantly beautiful as it is because it is built to be worn and then shared. It's gorgeous. All right. Shop 8, okay? Shop 8, your 20% extra live stream savings brings the budget pay down to $112.50. And the rose gold is stunning. It's one of those colors that, quite honestly, looks fantastic on any skin tone. It's really, really beautiful. And here's the thing. If you get this home and it's too long, the adjustment is simply to have a jeweler take out a few links right here. So this is really, really adjustable. And look at that. There it is one more time. Absolutely beautiful. The moissanites are 102 moissanites. And then how many of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 of those all together. And just a really, really fine and exquisite piece. What a great value. All right, Shop 8. Pick that up behind the scenes. We're going to be moving on. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Becky Booker. Elias is making all the magic happen with the technology and the electronics behind the scenes. If you're watching us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or even YouTube, thank you so much. Please like and follow and share the link. And maybe somebody wants to go back and look at this. The live stream library is always online at shoplc.com. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the homepage, online, the homepage, the main website, you'll find information about gemstones. You'll find information about different jewelry styles, lots of kind of a jewelry encyclopedia, if you will. So check that out as well at shoplc.com. Okay, next. Hey, gorgeous, look at you. I'm not believing this. And full disclosure, this is one of my faves. I mean, the value that you get for your dollar, the show up and stand out, an impressive look of pink spinel, you just don't beat it. You really don't. It's a stunning, beautiful piece. And not a lot of that being produced these days. Okay.
Ooh, something for our July babies.
Yes. And some people say, I've heard it pronounced a couple different ways, Montepuez. And, I'm here in Texas, so how would you say it, Elias?
I would actually say Montepuez as well.
Montepuez, because I think Martinez, Gomez, Hernandez. My son's last name was Hernandez, so I think in that way. I think of the Hispanic pronunciation. But I'm not so sure that it might be a French origin, so it might be Montesquieu. I've heard it both ways. So I don't know. You let me know.
I can see that as well.
Yeah. And my sister's been in France for a long time. They're notorious for dropping syllables. They're worse than us. I mean, they got letters they don't even use. They got letters yeah. So I don't know what it is. Here's what it is. In my love language, it's a gorgeous ruby. Okay, first of all, this has no business being $14.99. Elias, are you sure? Oh goodness.
Yeah. I had to double check my calculations.
Did you? I heard you back there going, what's going on? Oh my gosh, this is just ginormous. July babies, you should be up doing the happy dance right now. You should have on your tap shoes, your fancy dress, your feathers, your sparkles, your red lipstick, because this is a moment. Your budget pay on this, I'm going to get you right to it, $225. And this ruby, if this were any bigger on that ruby, guys, we'd have to send along a bodyguard. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. This is shop 9. This is a luxuriant piece. It's in 10 karat yellow gold. So this is part of our Luxoro collection, and it's stunning. That's a 2.8 karat ruby. That's going to measure out at 9 millimeters by 7 millimeters. And wow, I love rubies. That's gorgeous. I love diamonds. I love quartz. I'm just as happy wearing rose quartz as I am a ruby because I think they're all little miracles of nature. But I'll tell you something. The ruby market is changing. You don't realize it because you're probably, it's something that you're not aware of. But most fancy rubies or high quality rubies they've come out of Thailand or Myanmar, which is ancient Burma, for a long, long time. But the marketplace has really shifted because for hundreds of years those mines have been producing, and the mine for a number of years, a lot of folks have been saying it's slowing down, it's slowing down, it's slowing down. And understand me when I say rubies, Burmese rubies, top quality Burmese rubies have been historically some of the most expensive items sold at auction. Untreated rubies with the deepest, darkest, most saturated color and a brilliant clarity can go for millions of dollars. And I'm not talking 2 or 3 or 4. I'm talking 28, 29, $33 million. They are substantial prices. But this one... This one at $225, and it's over almost 3 carats. Gosh. Now, the mine location is important. This is a mine location that's been taken, that's part of the operation of Gem Fields. This is temporarily not producing any rubies, but these rubies have really been catching on because they are legendary again for that amazing color. A gemstone that's considered the king of the gems, the gemstone of queens. It's the most expensive material sold at jewelry auctions in any zip code on any continent by any persons. It's amazing. And you can take that home, decked out on the side and wrapped around with luxuriant lab-grown diamonds. That's a game changer, okay? First of all, it's 10 karat. We have a very good knack of saving you money when we can. We put it in 10 karat instead of 18. That saves you some money. We're bringing in lab-grown diamonds, which are still diamonds, optically check, chemically check, physically check. They are diamonds, and they are very beautiful diamonds as well. Very high quality on the grading scale. That saves you money with us here at Shop LC, so we can focus on making the ruby a little bit bigger. Ain't that the thing? Yes, please, and thank you. What a stunning piece. Right hand. Want to upgrade your wedding ring finger? Something you want to upgrade the sachet, the sassiness of the I'm spoken for message? It's a big, great way to do it. I'm just saying. Starting out at $8,000, our price is $14.99. Our live stream price is $11.25, and your live stream budget pay is 5 payments of $225. How many do we have?
We are looking at a quantity of 19.
19. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Don't blink. The chips, the dips, the queso, put them down. When you're shopping with us, this is the best kind of happy hour right here. I'm just saying. This is gorgeous. I mean, that's pretty. And you're going to love you're going to love knowing that you got such a great deal. I mean, have you ever had that moment where there's something you really want, whatever it is, jeans, boots, a hat, a piece of jewelry, whatever it is, a car, we've all done stuff, and you get it home and you've been waiting for it to go on sale, not going on sale. You've seen it on you're seeing it on your, Face Insta Talk, okay? Insta Face Talk, but you've seen it on those social media feeds and you say, ooh, I gotta get that. I gotta get it. And then you see how much it is. Okay. Click here. The two most dangerous words in history, right? Click here. Click here. This is shop 9. Type that below. We'll send you back all the details and you can decide for yourself in a very rational and grown up way. But you see something, you want it, you can't let it go. Click here, you go down the rabbit hole. It's way too much. You know you shouldn't do it. And in a couple of days, that thing is showing up on your doorstep. Woof. And you decide, okay, I'm going to keep it. Or even worse, you wait too late and you don't have a choice. You have to return it. Every time you see it in your jewelry box, every time you see it on your feet, every time you see it, it's nothing but aggravation, the burr under your saddle, as we say on the farm. And you know you screwed up. You know you paid too much for it. You know you shouldn't have. This is a place where dreams happen. And we do it with logic and common sense. This industry is notorious for, selling you the feels, okay, selling you the feel goods. And I want you to celebrate the feels because this is an industry of celebration. That's what it's all about. The feel good, the passing it down, the legacy, the history, the heritage. But we bring a dimension that nobody else can bring, and that is the value and the savings. Oh, and let me say variety. We're going to bring you things in 2 hours that you would have a very hard time walking in and seeing a similar lineup in any store out there. And I'm telling you that I've worked in stores. I've worked in Jewelers Row on Wabash Avenue. I've worked in many, 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 many different places. And I'm a shopper and I'm a naysayer. I am a skeptic through and through. And I am telling you, as your fellow shoppers, this is incredible. If you hired me to be your gemologist, I would say, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Type in shop 8 and get it home. And notice, I'm telling you to get it home for approval. I want you to get it home. So you use your common sense. And here's the thing. When you it's like falling in love with your best friend, right? It's somebody you know, somebody you've known all the time. You go places, you get along, and all of a sudden you realize, I really like that person, right? So you decide from logic, which gives your heart to really open up and love the pieces when that moment happens. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to send this one back, y'all. $225 is a steal on this. That's almost 3 carats on that ruby. And by the way, this is not a Niasa ruby. We bring you a full spectrum of rubies that have gone through all sorts of different, that have different treatments. And I'm totally okay with that. But the Montepuez rubies are heated only. And heating is something that's done low and slow. And what it does is it improves the clarity and it also improves the color. It's been done for hundreds of years. So there's no fissure filling on the Montepuez pieces that we bring you. That's what I mean. We've got beautiful treasures that fit every single budget. I own Niasa rubies. I love the color. I love the price point. I love that I could get a big old 9-carat ruby. But there's a place for this on your hand in your jewelry box, okay? And your first budget pay. I would love for you to get it home and take a picture and send me a message. Send me a direct message on Facebook and say, what do you think? I'd love to see it on your hand, okay? Okay, that is shop 9. We've got a few more pieces. How are we doing on time? I don't even know what we're doing on time here.
We are just at the top of the hour.
Oh, okay. So we're doing okay? Because I can talk a lot, y'all, about jewelry and saving money. And Elias is like, I just heard your eyes roll, Elias.
No, I was going to say, I'm actually looking forward to this next auction. I'm just, oh, wow.
I heard your eye roll, sir.
I'm just in awe about this next bracelet. I'm actually wouldn't mind adding this to my collection, to be honest.
I know. What do you like about it? You tell me.
I like how just the sparkle itself and then the combination of my favorite color, red and maroon.
See? These are gorgeous. Okay. Are we talking about the same piece?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
I would definitely add this to my collection.
Yeah. And, the fun word for a person who loves, jewelry, or sometimes people who are in the geology field of geology, we say we deal with rocks, that's kind of a slang word for, gems and jewelry. You just call them rocks. And so the slang word for a gemologist or a person who really loves these pieces is a rock hound. And a few years ago, we had a gal that wrote in, Linda. I don't know if you're still out there, but Linda wrote in and she said, I'm learning as fast as I can, but I don't think I'm a rock hound yet. She said, I'm just a rock puppy. So you are literally watching Elias transform every show from a rock hound, from a rock puppy to a full-fledged rock hound. I think you're a rock hound now, Elias. I really do.
Oh, yes. I've actually been just loving the amount of styles of jewelry that I could just add to my collection and just add it as well as just gifting.
I know. That's one of the best emails I think I've ever had the privilege to read. One of you wrote in and said, I don't spend any more than I've been spending. I just get more for what I spend. I can give more wonderful gifts to my friends and family. And I thought, man, that's a great email. That's great. Okay. Whew. D''Joy. Do you know the story of that? I'll keep it short. Do you know the story of that, Elias? You don't know this story.
I did not know.
I've been here for so long that I forget when people came in and what you know and what you're just learning. So, like I told you, we started out many years ago here in Texas, in the U.S., as The Jewelry Channel. Our name was TJC. And our sister station in the UK is still called TJC, The Jewelry Channel. We also have another show network there, two networks in the UK. But going through the rebranding and, rethinking our corporate personality and our corporate mission, that happens. That's what keeps a company alive. You transition, you go through stages, you learn, you grow. It's normal, right? So we made a transition from what used to be called TJC to the Liquidation Channel. Then we transitioned again because we started bringing in more what most people would consider luxury items, but we brought them in with the same concept, the everyday value concept. Well, when that happened, we changed our name to Shop LC, Shop Low Cost, because you do get low cost here. But the thing is, we needed a slogan. You got to have a logo, right? You got to have a slogan. And so a memo went out company-wide. What's our motto? Okay, what's our motto? And people would get together. There were little groups, buzzing little conversations. We were like little bees tossing words around and brainstorming what that was going to be. And somebody came up with a motto that's simple and challenging at the same time. The motto is delivering joy. And that is our motto to do in every single piece to every single customer all the time. In fact, when you walk into this building, you go through a security door and it says on that door, how will you deliver joy today? Do you know that door, Elias?
Yes.
Did you walk through that door today?
Yes.
If you didn't walk through that door, you wouldn't be in this building. There's only one way to get in. It says, how will you deliver joy today? And then once we wrap up the show and the lights in the studio go off and we do the wrap up for the show, we have to go out to the parking lot through the other side of that same door. And Elias, what does it say when we go out?
Trying to remember. I want to say your purchase fees, but I might be looking at the wrong.
You're looking at the wrong one. That's in the hallway.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it says because it never fails. It hits me every single time. When you get ready to leave work and you've been here all day doing the job that you do, doing the thing that you do, the sign on that door.
How did you deliver joy?
Well, what does it say?
How did you deliver joy today?
How did you deliver joy today? I mean, talk about psychic accountability, y'all. Whew, it's big. I don't take it lightly. So the logo, the motto, delivering joy, is this brand. So we took D''Joy, which stands for delivering joy. So not only, like I get big goosebumps now, not only is it on the door going in and out, but we literally stamp it on every single one of our pieces. And we mean it every single time. Now, this one is Montepuez Ruby and Moissanite. You have this in an 18 karat vermeil bracelet. And Elias said it is an absolute treasure. I'm just going to bring that in kind of close so you can sort of get the profile. And we'll rely on those beautiful pictures on the back. But you can see that. This is by measurement. This is going to be a petite profile. It's 1/4 of an inch. It's petite and substantial. This is kind of the Goldilocks range. Now, if you wanted to wear one, there we go. If you're going to wear one of those, if you're going to wear one bracelet, and I'm a huge fan of wearing a lot of bracelets, but with this one is the only one you need. It is so going to get noticed. This is shop 10, all right? Yep, shop 10. Let me break it down for you. 68 Marquise cut rubies, okay, for a total of 7.48 carats. You can round that up. You can legally call that 7.5 carats. They're 4 by 2 millimeters, which means the proportions are just absolutely wonderfully done. You've got gorgeous heat treatment, which gives you an incredible level of transparency. And then you also have 68 round moissanites. Here's the end result. Look at how they play back and forth. And this is probably what caught Elias' eye, the way that they dance back and forth. A beautiful consistency of color throughout the rubies. And of course, moissanite, just doing what moissanite does. The sparkle, the shine, the light play, 2.5 times more dispersive than diamonds, even in the smaller sizes. You can see the difference. And then, of course, the mounting weighs in at several grams as well. $24.99. Okay. This is DeJoy, so it's set in sterling with yellow gold. It's a vermeil mounting. You have 7.5 carats of rubies. Okay, stop right there. That's less than $100 a carat for rubies. You have how many of them altogether? 68 rubies, 68 moissanite. It goes from our regular price of $6.99 on this. It goes down to $5.24, and then we throw in, boom, your live stream savings, and it's $105.
Here's your combination on the total stones.
Okay. Oh, 138. 136 stones. It's gorgeous. And you've got the rose gold. You've got a hidden insert box clasp. And then you've got 2 locked and loaded safety closures. And they're rubies and moissanite. Moissanite's about a 925 on the Mohs scale. Very durable surfaces. And, of course, the rubies are going to be about a 9 because they're corundum on the Mohs scale. But look at that. Do we have all 3 sizes on this one?
No, let me verify. I believe you only have one size.
I think so.
7.25. This
is 7.25. Yeah, this is going to be 7. Yeah, 7.25. So 7 and a pinch. But again, let me just bring this in and show you how spectacular that is. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, what a silhouette. What a piece. If you're a July baby or you have a loved one that's a July birthday, you're just going to love this. I mean, it's just so amazing. And on the back side, silky, buttery, gorgeous, smooth. Look at that. And you can see when I tip this towards the light, you see that shine? When you see that shine, do you know what that means? Do you know how that translates on your skin? Silky, smooth. Really beautifully done. All right. This is shop 10. And the DeJoy, you see the DeJoy logo. That means that we built this piece only for our audience. We don't build DeJoy pieces for anybody else. We do work behind the scenes, professional work for other companies out there. But the DeJoy pieces, we don't give those away to anybody. That's Shop LC customers and Shop LC customers only. Oh my gosh. And let me just put these together if you wanted to see how those would stack and layer together. Honestly, you don't, if it's got ruby, just wear it. You love it. It's ruby. It matches in my book. But full disclaimer, that's one of the favorites of mine. Okay, just to review, $6.99 is the everyday price. The 25% brings it down to $5.24, and the 5 budget pays means that you get it home for $105. That is amazing. Now, can you scroll down a little bit because there's a bundle and save?
Yes, we do have a bundle. Yes,
seriously?
I was calculate that.
There's a bundle and save on this?
Yes, so they can definitely combine shop 9 and shop 10 together.
What? Oh my goodness. Okay. 25% off because it's live stream. 25% off because it's live stream. 25% off both of them, and you get a bundle and save of 10%. Oh, wait a second. What just happened?
We calculate their budget.
No way. No way.
Yeah, that's a new budget.
Oh, guys and dolls. Okay, if you bundle and I'm sorry, I should be looking at you. I'm looking at the math. Okay, this just happened. The ring is $3.99. This is $6.99. Okay, put them together, and that's going to be that's $1,100. Okay, so you put them together, and you get 25% off this one, and that one. You get 25% off to both of them. Okay, then you buy them both right now, and you get an extra 10%. So it goes down to how much? Oh, okay. Regularly $9.89. Okay, bundle and save. It goes down to $8.32. You save an extra $150, and then your budget pay is $166. Okay, so $104 on this one. Not bad. Not bad at all. 7.5 carats. $104, and you add this one. What? And your budget pay goes from a $104 to $166. Yes. So for $62 more, you get both of them. That's a deal. I mean, there's just no way around it. That's a deal. Questions with the math, questions with the process. You've never done bundle and save before, please reach out to our personal shopping team, 888-835-2237. They'd love to help you figure it out. I'd love to see you get them both because that's a steal, especially if rubies are your jam. Don't miss that.
Ruby Delight.
What? Ruby Delight. Listen to you. Spinning the words, spinning the hits. He's here all week, my friends. You know what I love about the bundle and save, Elias? Have you ever been to like the outlet mall and there's a little standy sign outside, the little tent sign, whatever it is, and it says, "Oh, come in, 40% off." And then it says, you don't get 40% off on everything. You only get 40% off on like the last one you buy. So you have to buy 2 at full price to get the discount on the last one. You just got 25% off on both of those and another 10% if you want to do them both. Talk about, yes. Oof. Marion, I like solid gold jewelry. Listen, we have it for you, and we've had some really beautiful pieces. And if you do really love the gold pieces, I don't know, you might want to check out also the Bali pieces, which are sterling silver with 22 karat gold on top. We don't have many of them in stock, but Marion, thank you for writing in. We've got your gold, girlfriend.
We actually got our next auction that's done in 14 karat gold.
Okay.
Gold.
AAA Madagascan yellow sapphire, and it's a looker. Retail value on this $7,000. Shop LC price $1,200. I'm rounding up a penny, $1,200. But you add in the live stream savings, and that's going to save you. I bet you that goes down to. It goes to $8.99.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your budget pay is $180. Yeah, budget pay of $180. The color on this, you know what? If that were any more intense, it would almost be orange. It's kind of like a butterscotchy color. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Look at that. I want to see. Is that in focus, Elias?
Let me see real quick.
Can you help me out there? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good job. Good job, BB. I don't know sometimes. Thank you. Thank you for sticking with me, for being patient. I love it so much. And these are just really beautiful pieces. I mean, I couldn't have done these pieces at these prices 30 years ago at that cute little shop where I worked in Chicago, which is long gone, by the way. But those were the good old days for me. Until I came to Texas and found Shop LC, or Shop LC found me, I'm not sure. But man, oh man, I'll buy a little piece of paper from the tag on here. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, this one, you see the name Luxoro. You know you're going to have 2 choices for the metal. It's either going to be 10 karat or 14 karat, and it just so happens that this one is done in 14 karat yellow gold, which means you have a higher concentration of gold. So you've got 58% gold, and then the rest of that are going to be alloys, which strengthen the gold and make it super duper wearable. Now the center stone, and I'm noticing, Elias, that this is available in some half sizes.
Yes, now half sizes are pre-ordered.
Okay.
FYI. Might
And
be a little longer.
okay, you've got this little treasure. So you've got a grading certificate. Yellow sapphire is 7x5. It's 1.03 carats. You have 27 points of diamonds and an appraisal of $2,800. There it is, my friends. There it is. Can we show people how to look at the grading report online? Okay, we're going to put that online because I'm showing it to you here, and I understand. I have I'm small print challenged at this point, and so I need to have things a little bit more magnification.
I'm actually not seeing the certification posted on this auction, but we do have it on various other auctions.
Okay, all right. Well, let me see if I can bring it in nice and close. Now, again, your budget pay of $180. Oh my gosh. This is like the You Are My Sunshine ring.
I was about to say it's like having a piece of sun.
It is.
On your finger.
It's radiant. I mean, the color on that is so beautiful. And there you can see that you've got a full rundown of all the details. Take this, when you add this to your homeowners, this is the one that you want to use. And, I know, can I just say something about insurance really quickly? And I'm going to throw out common sense. And this is just my opinion, nothing more, nothing less. It's just my 2 cents worth. It'll be not necessarily the prevailing opinion. But here's the thing. Some people get excited about the appraised value. But here's the thing. When you add this to your homeowner's policy, the amount of insurance premium that you pay is based on the value that you declare. So have that chat with your insurance agent. Do you want to be able to, you want to insure it for full appraisal value? Do you want to insure it for what it costs you to buy it? There's also an option when you're buying jewelry insurance for your jewelry where you can have the jewelry company, the insurance company will say, well, we'll just replace it with like kind. So all of those are available for you. But this is definitely the place where you start that conversation with your insurance agent, okay? And then you do whatever suits you. But there's some options out there, some common sense options. But oh my gosh, that doesn't look like common sense. That looks very, very fancy. The coloring is rich. It's beautiful. It's surrounded by natural diamonds. You've got a 1/4 carat of diamonds, and it's a knockout beautiful ring. It really is. And again, it's a color and a saturation that you just don't see very often. Very, very rich, very vivid, very intense on that color. All right, that one is Shop 11. So if you type in Shop 11, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you type in Shop 11, hit send, we will automatically send you back a link to that item on the Shop LC website, and you will get all of the details. It'll measure everything. It breaks it down into really great detail. I mean, that the product, that the team that produces the product images, they just do a top-notch job. I mean, they really do a good job. Okay, we only have about 30 minutes left to go. My name is Becky Booker. I'm a graduate gemologist since 1989. I absolutely am mesmerized and captivated by these little miracles that make that transition from just being simply minerals to amazing gems and jewels. And they do that because they're beautiful and they're durable. You got to have those two things, or it's just a pretty rock. But these are amazing gems and beautiful treasures, and that's the great introduction that I've got for this next beautiful blush tourmaline. Tourmaline is an interesting material. It's been around for a long, long time. Many people say that it's the very first gemstone traded between East and West along what became known as the Silk Road. But it's a gemstone that really and truly has an almost unlimited array of colors. Much of this material comes from Brazil. But when you talk about tourmaline as a gemstone and a family of colors, it can have some very strong secondary colors that make of a sort of a brown or sort of almost kind of a gunmetal gray, which can take some of the brilliance out of the stones. Now, when we talk about blush tourmalines, that's going to be in the pink category, and many of these come from the Mahenge Spinel mine, and that is that's Mahenge Spinel. What am I thinking about? What's the tourmaline mine? Blush tourmaline. I'll think of it in a second. But that one mine is as important to pink tourmaline as argyle was to pink diamonds. Okay. Why am I having a little hiccup there? But the point is, those stones have a certain brightness, a certain lack of those secondary darker tones that make them really, really gorgeous. And this one is spectacular.
The Himalaya?
What's that?
The Himalaya mine?
No, it is the Oh, gosh. I didn't know there was going to be a pop quiz today, y'all. I didn't study. All right, 80 points on the center. We're going to look it up for you. 80 points on the center. It's not Mahenge tourmaline. It is, let me know in the comments if you're out there. Dang it. Diamonds, which include baguettes. You've got 15 of those, 12 points altogether, but just a really beautiful piece. Now, you're going to notice something interesting here. You've got champagne diamonds and you have the white diamond baguettes, okay? Oro Fino. The Oro Fino mine produced rubellite. It's not the word I'm looking for. I'll think of it. I'm thinking. The squirrels are busy. Okay, give me a minute.
I don't know why something in my head saying Minas Gerais mine, but
no, it's in Brazil and it's called. I'll think of it. But back to this piece. Champagne diamonds. But here's what I love about this setting. The contrast between the rose gold and the champagne diamonds and the white diamonds and the blush tourmaline. But now you see that there's something else. You've got a little bit of darker rhodium. So almost kind of an antiquing bit of look. And it just adds so much gorgeous contrast. Very wearable. Now, price on this one. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's see. Tourmaline. Just type in, hold on, let me see. Because the stones, and that's the thing about gemstones. They come from different places and Mother Nature builds different gemstone profiles and different colors into every single one of them. But this one is just absolutely beautiful. That gorgeous blush color is so perfectly named. Oh, pink tourmalines. And pink, when you're looking at the blush on these, did you notice the saturation? Because these are just absolutely gorgeous.
the Cruzeiro mine?
Hold on. How do you spell it? How are you spelling it?
Cruzeiro.
No, that's not the one. Hold on a second here. But the contrast is really amazing. Now this happens every once in a while. Your brain just runs over and you just can't get there. Some Mahenge. Hold on. Well, you know what? I'm just going to say I'm going to apologize because my brain is racing along at 1,000 miles an hour, and I will think of it. Okay. But the pink tourmalines that you're going to see are really, really beautiful. They have a really gorgeous level of color, and that blush color is really, really pretty. Again, they're very bright, they're very vibrant, and very, very affordable. Not Minas Gerais, Cruzeiro, Sapo, Barra de Salinas. No. Go down to Madagascar. Let's go to Madagascar and see that. Nigeria, No. Nope, Madagascar. Dang it. Okay, forget it. Well, forget it. Just never mind. My brain is a total failure today. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, let's get back to the details of this. This is going to be shop 12, and this is still going to show up on your doorstep in just a few days, and it's going to be free shipping. But wait until you see the variety of this, because this one is going to blow your mind. This has a lot of really high-end details, the white diamond baguettes, the champagne rounds, and you can see the beautiful mounting. Now, this one, look at this. It's in 10-karat rose gold. So it's not vermeil. It's actually done, all of it, in 10-karat rose gold. So it's a really beautiful mounting. And there's just something so beautiful about putting the rose gold along with any pink stone. With the pink morganite that we had earlier was in rose gold. So it was really, really gorgeous. Elliot's still looking. He's like,
You got to me too.
I've got to find it. It's not lagoon. That's a different color. Not rubellite. Paraiba Indicolite Lagoon. It is, and these are gemstones too that are not very often treated, because some people say some gemstone dealers will say that tourmaline is the stone of 1,000 colors, because those secondary colors that add depth to the color also change the nuance of every color. I mean, just go to shoplc.com. Wait. Hold on. Paraiba Indicolite Watermelon. Nope, not there either. It's hiding from me. I don't know where it is. It's not quite rubellite because it's not red. But the pinks are just absolutely amazing. I cannot believe this. I'm kind of embarrassed, actually. I'm looking at, we're scrolling through the ShopLC website on the big screen. Oh, God, goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Blush tourmaline.
Argyle line?
No, that's Argyle is pink. But there's one particular location that produced pink. Oh, wait, go back, go. No, there's one particular location that produced a group of pink tourmalines that were just really, really significantly, they were noticeably bright and clean. And this is definitely that. Of course, the cutting on these is really exquisite as well. And so we're just really happy to get this to you. All right, let's talk about how much money. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about how much money, because that's the bottom line, right? It's not like we're a bunch of trust fund babies out here shopping today. We all got to think about money. Got to think about the dollars, the common sense, got to make it fit, got to make it work. Jacqueline, love my ring with 3 exclamation points and a heart. Yes, and thank you. I love that. And 5 stars. Thank you. All right, 10 karat yellow gold. Is that the price of it?
That is correct.
Okay, it's $1,200. It's in rose gold, solid rose gold. It goes from 11 to 9, and then it goes from 900 to a budget pay of 180. Okay, 179 and change. I'm rounding up to whole dollars. It goes to a budget pay of 180, and you get a big 30-day window on this one as well. And it's set. You can sort of gauge how important a gemstone is. 2 things here at ShopLC. Generally speaking, if you're going to just go to the mall, roam around at the mall, you're just going to cruise the websites, okay? You're just going to doom scroll different jewelry websites. You could get sort of an indication of the quality of the stone by how it's set. When you start throwing in diamonds, and I'm going to include earth mine or lab grown, when you start including expensive side stones and you put it in solid gold pieces, now you know that you're adding something to your collection that has a lot of the hallmarks of beautiful, high-quality stuff. And then you loop back around and go, wait a second, 5 payments of 180, I can do that. That's $6 a day for 5 months. We're not talking a long-term commitment here where you have to rearrange your whole life just to add a wonderful piece of jewelry. This one is Shop 12, so I hope you're going to grab this one while you can because, when they're gone, they're gone. And that's the reality. Our design team, they're an incredibly prolific group of very talented people who just work so wonderfully to give you so many beautiful pieces. So thank you for getting in on this. All right, if you figured out the tourmaline mystery, let me know, okay? That's going to bother me now for the rest of the day.
I feel like I'm going to have to look it up after the show.
Yeah. Because you shouldn't really call that, shouldn't call that rubellite because it's still pink. It's not ruby red. So you don't want to, you want to keep that distinction separate. Okay. This one, okay. Hollow. This one might scare you actually. It's so intensely colored. Some people are going to see this. This variety of sapphire is so unusual in today's marketplace that many people will see this on your hand and they'll just assume that it's a tanzanite. But in fact, it's Ceylon sapphire, and it's called Ceylon sapphire because that's a spot that started out as a geographical location, and now it's a word that describes this kind of color and this kind of saturation. Heating in sapphires has been done for a long time. Sapphires are notorious for being color zoned. That means there will be a big amount of color over here, and then over here there really won't be much color. Heating is a gentle, time-tested process that helps improve the clarity, and it also helps the color to be more thorough throughout the stone. Look at this. Take a look at this. You've got baguettes, you've got rounds, you've got 4 prongs, and you've got from across the room. That's a strong stone. You can see that color. That is rich. Now, the center stone is 7 by 5, so it weighs in at about a carat. You have diamonds and more diamonds. You have 30 diamonds for about 14 points. And this one is also 10 karat white gold. There are just some stone metal combinations that are legendary. blue stones in white metal, when you get the icy finish of rhodium over the gold or the silver, and you get the crisp, elevated color of a Ceylon sapphire or even Himalayan kyanite, it's a whole other world. There's just something so incredibly firecracker about that metal and stone combination. But it's a beautiful, beautiful piece. It looks fabulous on the hand. It's a little bit more of a smaller profile. But listen, make no mistake about it. This is definitely an important look and feel. This one is shop 13. And when we talk pricing on this, everyday price at Shop LC is $13.99.99. We figure in your live stream 25% savings. It goes down to $1,049.99. We divide that into 5 interest-free payments, and that means your first payment today of $210 gets it on your doorstep. And from that point, you've got 30 days, 30 24-hour day and night cycles to make your final decision. But it is just gorgeous. Now, Elias, tell me about this pendante.
Oh, yes. This is actually a Texas super.
Oh, my goodness. Now, can we bundle and save on this?
I believe we can. Let me confirm that real quick.
Yes. We're sort of doing a September preview here because September babies, this is your birthstone.
Oh, yes.
This is your birthstone. Is it available?
Yes, it is. Yes. I will get that calculation going.
Okay. Everyday price on this one is $13.99. I'm so excited right now. The everyday price on the pendant is $12.99. Okay, so that means you get to $26.99, but you get an extra 10%, which means it comes down to $24.29, and now your interest-free budget pays 5 payments go to about $490 something, I think. Did I do the math right? Oh, he's typing in the code, live 25. Okay. And you've got 100% buyer protection on this, my friends, and you can always add the extra insurance as well. You can wish list it, but man, these are not wish list items. These are add to cart. Make sure you get the savings items because everything we brought you in the show today is literally very much last in stock. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to add the 25% off. So it goes down to $18.22.
Yes, bundle deal and then pending price.
Elliot just went, bundle deal.
I got a bundle deal way.
That was so cute. Okay. It goes down to $18.22 with your live stream savings and then the 10% on top of that. 24 between the 25 plus the 10, it goes from 26 to 18, and then it goes down to a budget pay of $364.49. What? Oh, it'll be $364.50. Yeah, that's a deal.
Might be liking the 20-inch gold chain that comes along with this.
No, stop it. Seriously? Are you sure? Yes. Are you for sure?
10-carat white gold chain. Yes.
Oh my gosh! Look at this on the neckline, y'all. That is wow. Somebody just gave me an amazing gift. That's gorgeous. This might be my favorite of the show. I mean, this is really stunning. Ceylon sapphire. It's that beautiful, some refer to it as kind of cornflower blue. It's kind of a medium tone. It's Goldilocks. It's not too dark. It's not too light. It's definitely incredible color. This is just so beautiful. $194.99. It'll be $195 is your budget pay, and you get 2 carats of amazing sapphires, both set in gold. And then you get the gold chain that goes with it, and then you get all of those side diamonds. Not just a little diamond here, a little diamond there, but something that has a very thoughtful design that's elegantly adorned with side diamonds so that you get the sophisticated look and feel of owning a Ceylon sapphire. This is exactly what it's supposed to be, except for that price point. It's never supposed to be... oh my gosh, it's never supposed to be this price. $364.49. I'm just assuming you're going to get both, okay? Get on the phone, talk to our personal shopper team. They would love to help you make these part of your collection. 888-835-2237. This is the place and the date and the time to acquire some of life's more important, more incredible luxuries. And when you start throwing around the word Ceylon sapphire, oh, wow, all bets are off on that. Those are beautiful. All right, so that's going to be shop 13 and shop 14. If you want to bundle and save, you can, but that's only a right now offer. And live stream shows are good. The prices are good for 48 hours. So, yeah, enjoy it while you can. Oh gosh, whew, look at this.
Ooh, this next one threw me off.
Did it? What did you think it was?
It was a fire opal.
You know what? I did too. I did too. Even more rare than a fire opal. This one is a mandarin garnet, and it's going to have those deep, rich, citrusy. This is fresh squeezed, y'all. This is such a gorgeous color. And it's available in half sizes. Delivery in 10 to 12 days. If you need the half sizes, let us know. Starting out, oh gosh, do we have the pendant? No. Okay, there's a pendant available behind the scenes. I'm going to get really excited right now. There's a matching pendant. We don't have it in the studio.
They call it personal shopper.
Yes. We don't have the pendant in the studio, but it is the twin. It is the sister of this beautiful top feature. And let me bring in Mr. Roosevelt so you can see what size that is. That you got to admit, there's a wow factor there that you just don't normally get. Isn't that spectacular? Orange is a very energetic gemstone. If you're having a day where, the barometric pressure has got the vice going on your head and you still have to get up and go and it's not a good start. Wear something orange. I'm serious. Wear something orange. There's an energy that you get from orange gemstones that's unlike anything else. It's just so much fun. It's just, they put a little pep in your step, It's like my grandma said, You'll wear orange and you won't be able to give away a smile because every time you smile at somebody, they'll give it right back to you. There'll be no giving away. You'll go home with lots of extra smiles. All right, shop 15. Is that right? Yeah, shop 15. Now, 1.71 carats. That is astonishing. And when you look at the color of that, that's an all-natural color. This is a subset of a variety of garnet called spessartite garnet, and they are known for these. Honestly, it's just a really feisty kind of citrus orange. It's really, really beautiful. Now, you have sapphires, and I'm going to have this conversation with you as a gemologist, and hear what I say. These sapphires are listed as Podparaja. Okay, why? Because they've got a blend of pink and they've got a blend of orange, and that's why they are the perfect accent stones. These get their color from a very high-tech treatment process that uses heat and beryllium. This is very high-tech. They have been using beryllium treatment for a while, but because of a different process, in the past, it only treats the top layer. The newest technology pretty much goes throughout the entire stone. Yeah, that's significant. Now, those are Podparaja color, but there are many purists out there in the audience who are going to say, well, they didn't start out at that color. They were enhanced at that color. But here's my thought on it. We give gemstones their name because of their color. We live in an age where treatments to enhance color are acceptable. When I tell you that that's a Podparaja color, here's what I mean, and I mean this seriously. So here we go. If you found an earth mined Podparaja that's this saturation of color, it would be a king's ransom and a queen's fortune. These are expensive. One of the British crown princesses wears a Podparaja sapphire, and it's natural, okay? It's a little different animal. Didn't get much help from mankind. And it's a large stone, and I think it's just under 3 carats. That tells you how rare this color is. So to be able to bring you this color, okay, is remarkable. And here's why I think that, okay? We take earth mine diamonds that show up in various shades, top light brown, top light silver, maybe GH, IJ in color, and we put them through a process that involves high heat and high pressure. And we produce beautiful colors. In fact, one of those colors comes out looking like a canary diamond. One of those colors comes out looking like a denim blue diamond or a capri blue diamond. They are gorgeous. We still call them diamonds, okay? So there are the purists out there. I'm not a purist when it comes to gemology. My gemology is classic in training, but it's practical in application. I embrace these pieces because they are permanently treated. They are fully disclosed, And they are designed to do one thing and one thing only, and that is give you the royal treatment. Now, interesting that we put the treated sapphires with the all-natural Mandarin garnet. I love that. All right, $16.99 is our regular price, 25% live stream savings. Let me know what you think about that process. It's a really interesting conversation. It brings it down to a live stream price of $12.74, and we slice it, we dice it, we make it in 5 manageable payments. It takes it down to $2.55, and that's a deal. And you get our 30-day money-back guarantee, and it is just beautiful. I mean, oh, goodness gracious, that's a color. That is a color, y'all. I love that. There's a bundle and save on that as well. So if you want to get the matching pendant that goes right along with it, that is waiting for you online, and you can talk to the personal shopper team at 888-835-2237. That's the backbone for live stream deals. I'm telling you, they will help you out with every single one of those. Oh, that's
off to Emerald City we go.
What's that?
Off to Emerald City we go.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I still cannot think of that tourmaline, and it is making me crazy. So of course we're going to the Emerald City, and I'm thinking about the scarecrow, right? If I only had a brain. I have one. If my brain would only work. Oh gosh. All right. This is another one of my personal favorites. There's just something so incredibly rich and luxurious about Kajim Zambian emeralds. These are an African gemstone. And the last, I would say, maybe 5 decades have been really a game changer, because there are many, many, many types of beautiful gemstones that come out of the geological processes that are part of the African continent. And the Kajim Zambian emeralds are definitely part of that little miracle. And again, let's talk about the purists out there who say, no, I only want an emerald I only want a Colombian emerald. I only want a Brazilian emerald. You know what? That's okay, but you're missing part of the party. You're missing part of the emerald party. You see that color? Mm-hmm. Hold on. Because that green, okay. You see that color? You see that color, Elias?
I do.
And it's not even in focus, and it's not even up close, and it is gorgeous. That is truly, if you ask a kiddo who just opening their new box of colors for the brand new school year, you say, show mommy the emerald green one. They will have no trouble showing you this color. It seems like humans we just resonate with this deep, rich color. Now, the details are pretty impressive. The emerald is going to be about 80 points. It's 7x5. It's a AAA grade. And not only is it a beautiful, gorgeous color, but there's a significantly noticeable level of transparency. Remember, emeralds are a type 3 stone. They have no problem showing you inside out. Their lumps, their bumps. They want you to see the growth channels. They want you to see the growth matrix. They want you to see how they're built. They're rough, they're raw, and it's very common for most emeralds to have eye visible characteristics. This is noticeably clean, which should be changing the price noticeably big. But I'm seeing that your price goes from $21.99.90, our everyday price, when you figure in your live stream savings of 25 percentiles. Your price goes down to $1649.93. We slice, we dice. It goes on to $329.98. Yes. I'm going to try to do a close-up on this one because it is wow and now. This one is set in gold, and personally, I love the gold setting because gold is just part of the color palette of emerald. The Kajim Zambian emeralds, if you look at this color palette, it's not just a golden green. It's got a little bit of almost kind of a bluish tint to it. And it's that little differentiation in color that gives these almost kind of a glow. They're really remarkable stones. The retail marketplace has really made sort of a U-turn, I would say, in the last 10 or 12 years. And these are gemstones now that are just as sought after as the Brazilian emeralds, as the Colombian emeralds. The Colombian emeralds are going to show you sometimes better clarity, sometimes not, but they are going to generally be less saturated in color. They're going to have a little bit more of that. We talked about that yellowish undertone. They're going to have a little bit more of kind of a yellowish glow to them. These they lean almost towards the blue side of the color spectrum. They're gorgeous. And this one is incredible. Oh my gosh. All right, you've got diamonds on top of this one. This is an 18 karat yellow gold. So this is part of our Rhapsody line. Sort of part of our Ileana line. The enclosed under gallery, you have a beautiful slender band on that, which is going to fit over any hand. In fact, this size 7 will almost fit over my knuckle. But if I put it on and I can't take it off, I guess I bought it, right? Right? The regular budget pay on this is $439, and your budget pay for the show goes down to $329. That's a $110 savings on each and every budget pay. Now that is a budget pay to consider right there. Saving $110 on 5 budget pays, that's remarkable. Do we have any bundle and save items that go with this one?
No, not seeing any.
Okay. Now this one is going to come with this little guy. The appraised value on this one, $5,300, which, wow. You're down to $1,600 from $5,300. That's, yeah. Some of these pieces, I know some people say, well, I don't want to get it home. Jewelry is something you have to look. You have to meet, it needs to meet you. It needs to look you in your eyeballs. You need to take a look at it, okay? We're not offended if you get things home and then you have a change of heart and you say, okay, well, I'm going to send it back. I would rather you send it back. hold on, cleaning it. I would rather you send it back and wait for whatever is your form of jewelry perfection. Really, I'm not kidding you. I think I speak for the whole team. We want you to love it. Okay, we really do. First song for the month of May, part of the heart chakra, powers and energies. And we've one more left. We're going to try and squeak it in 2.5 minutes, okay? I don't know where the time goes.
Favorite.
What is that?
So this is one of my favorites.
It is? Tell me why.
The color of it, I'm all about pinks and purple.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. All about the pinks and the purples, indeed. And this one is just draw your eyeballs in, and oh my gosh, Petroki kunzite. This is a mineral that has such a funky, weird crystal that I don't even think if I could cut gemstones, I don't think I could ever do it. You want to know about the cutting of this and what a challenge it is? Tune in to watch Tony Denise or maybe pick up his book. I don't know if he talks about it in there, but this one is a challenge. This one is a big personality stone. And thankfully for us, it's a gemstone that's got a weird name. It's a member of a family called spodumene, okay, and it's named after Frederick H. Coons, who was the chief gemologist for Tiffany and Son, Tiffany & Co. But you just see how gorgeous this is. The Quad A Petroki kunzite means that you get some of the world's most legendary color in this gemstone. Most kunzite never gets to this pinky purple combination. It's almost an electric magenta. If this were going to be in the big box of 64, they'd have to throw one crayon out and build a brand new color for this. It's a multi-dimensional color that almost defies description, and it definitely is one of those pieces that you really have to see to believe. It's just stunning. Now, this is a large stone. We're starting out at $28.99. Your show special 25% savings brings it down to $21.75, and your budget pay on this is $435. The Petroki kunzite is a brilliant oval, and it has 12.75 carats, 16 by 12 millimeters. It's got lots of extra faceting, and I'm going to show you those really quickly here in just a second. But it measures out at almost a full inch, and it is surrounded by 2 gorgeous halos, 4 dozen lab-grown diamonds. Here's the 411 on this, okay? Look at how the mounting scoops around and nestles every one of those diamonds. And all of these little sparkles and twinkles that you're seeing all the way around, those are all extra teeny tiny facets. And that's the magic that makes this really, it just blows up your eyeballs. I mean, it is so gorgeous. So gorgeous.
It actually reminds me of a lotus flower.
It does. It looks like a lotus flower. It looks like a neon lotus flower. There's a neon characteristic to this that makes it a standout in the world of gems and jewelry. You've got a little bit of an elevated basket mounting, and you've got a slender You've got a slender setting there as well. This would be wonderful as an alternate placement ring. You wanted to make it a statement, wear it on a pointer. Make it a statement, wearing on the center of your hand. Make it a statement and wear it on your ring finger. I mean, any way you wear this, it looks like old money. It really does. And I mean that with all due respect. Okay, my friends, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to be back with 2 shows again on Monday evening. You can join me on Sunday evening, I believe. Let's see, Sunday evening, in my regular Sunday morning, I should say. Hold on. Let me just double check because my brain has been here a long time today. Oh, yeah. Okay. Join me on the Night Owl Show Sunday, 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. And then I'll be back here on Monday with a live stream show at 6 and a live stream show at 8. And please follow me along, Becky Booker, Shop LC host, or Becky Booker on Facebook. And remember, if you have a gemstone question, if you've got a gemstone wish list, if you want to talk rocks, if you want to get down and dirty and talk about rocks, I'm your girl. So send me a direct message on Facebook. And in the meantime, I'm so blessed and privileged and honored to be your downtown rock hound. All right. On behalf of Elias and the entire team, thank you so much for joining us right here on Shop LC live stream. See you next time, y'all.
Second.
It's hard to pick on these.